What would you create if you could create a GPT, generative pre-trained transformer object? I thought about it, and over the weekend, I decided to turn a spreadsheet I had of wonderful content talking about different active learning strategies and turn that into a tool that I think faculty could use. So I started with this spreadsheet, and basically this spreadsheet, 3 columns. I have a category, I have the title of the strategy, and then a description of the strategy. There is 289 of those particular strategies put together into one spreadsheet. So with this, I went to ChatGPT, and it's important that you have ChatGPT Plus, which means that you're paying for it. And I created a GPT. So I'm just going to go to my particular, the one I created, and I created this active learning assistant. Currently, it's restricted to me because I'm still making some tweaks with it, but let me show you what this consists of. So when you first start into creating, it's going to ask you information about a title, ask you what your intentions are, and then it'll start building it. Once it's built, you can go in and configure it, and that's where you can actually do a lot of the heavy lifting in this particular tool. So here's the name, Active Learning Assistant. What it does, helps instructors select active learning strategies. And then further down, I have the instructions. So what it's going to do is use the content that I have shared and allows me to, or the user to go ahead and choose the specific tool out of this. In one particular case, and this is where I have to do more work, when a user says, what are the different categories of learning activities, complete this process, provide a unique list from the knowledge base, and I can probably change a unique, provide a list of unique categories from the knowledge base. And I'm just going to add the word all, because in some cases it's not doing that. Offer a list of activities, title and description for a specific category. And if a name is chosen, then it will provide a list of the activities for that category. So I'm going to close this. Then you have these conversation starters. And so I just put a few in there. Suggest an activity that you would use for a large class. Suggest an activity for a small class. What are the different categories of activities? And that's the one that I've already pre-coded. So I have to do some coding or some instructions, not coding, instructions for the rest. Further is, this is where you can upload content. So imagine this for your class where you are uploading maybe an open textbook. And then you can use that to build certain activities for your students. And something that I'm going to be experimenting with one of our instructors, and we'll let you know how that goes. And then the other things that you have. You can have further actions using a program like Zapier, where you can make connections. Maybe I want to have this create a document for me and then email that document to someone else. Those are things that you can configure later. Here, I'm just figuring this out, so this is where I stopped. So I will go ahead and update this. I'm going to leave it only for me. And now I have a link that I could possibly share. And here is the GPT. And so what are the different categories of active learning activities? And so if I select that, it will go ahead and start doing its crunching of information behind the scenes. This what I've discovered does take a couple seconds to run through. And here we start running these different activities. And so this is something that I need to fix because it didn't give me all the activities. And so I got to figure out why that's not happening and work on that. But I can follow up on this. Provide a list of all categories. So here comes that comprehensive list. Nope, didn't do it again. So once again, and this is, part of the activity is figuring this out. So, but I can then choose one of these and student presentations. And ideally, it'll give me a list of activities, student presentations. So as you can see, there's still work to be done, but this gives you ideas, the possibilities. And then, so from here, we can continue on and just ask for specific instructions on forced rhymings, for example. Provide the steps to number 2. So it knows that it was the forced rhyming activity, and now it'll create the steps. Now these steps were not part of the initial spreadsheet. So ChatGPT has gone out and pulled in additional information relative to this particular activity. And there we go. So that is the GPT that I'm working on right now. And we can start again, activities using video. And so you can just ask for a specific activity, anything dealing with a pair and share type activity. And so it's entirely up to you. So what would you do if you could build a GPT? What kind of GPT would you build? Is there anything that you want to work on, that we could get together and work on? So I'm interested, and let's go explore. Thanks for watching.